Alright, another chapter of Exit Corners. Had to use the catch-up tool because update seems to have erased my game. And catch-up tool seems to have not given me the ability to choose Lisa over Ray back in chapter 1, so his trust is way higher now. Oh well. Oof. Well. Where was I? Chapter 8, I think? Chapter 8. Enemy. Previously on Exit Corners. Skip. Don't touch me. Lisa had wasted no time running to the far end of the room the moment she began coughing up blood. Lisa, don't be... Just go. I'll meet up with you guys in a few minutes. Don't be stupid, girl. Let me have a look at you. I can take care of myself, thanks. Something as ghastly as this needs immediate medical attention. Just give her a few minutes. See if this clears up on its own. Whatever her problem is, she probably knows more about it than you. I've spent my entire life tending to the sick and injured, Ink. If it's in the girl's best interest that I have a look at her. Oh, so you're a doctor? Nurse. I'm no diagnostician, but if you work at a hospital for a few decades, you tend to pick up a few things. So, Lisa, I'll ask one last time. Please come over here and allow me to take a look at you. Finally, much to Ink's surprise, Lisa cooperated. She hung her head low and remained silent as she slipped out of the corner. Thank you, dear. Lisa did her best to hide her face. Ink couldn't help but notice the blood hanging off her lips. Yeah, why don't you just stare at the bleeding girl some more? That's not creepy at all. Sorry. Flustered, Ink backed off. He turned to leave, but Aether cut him off before he could step through the door. We should go meet up with Ray. Those guys will catch up to us when they're ready. Hey, don't look at me like that. Whatever's wrong with Lisa, it's the same thing you had. I know you told me to keep quiet about it, but I'm starting to worry. If the both of you have it, what's to say the rest of us don't? I think we should warn the others about it. Listen, I'm worried too, but telling the others would just cause panic, which is the last thing we need right now. I still think the others have a right to know. It's just a little blood. And who knows? Maybe Lisa and I are just allergic to something. Like what? Like, I don't know. Asbestos? This place is pretty old. I'm pretty sure asbestos doesn't work like that. Well, whatever. We'll be alright. Don't you worry. I'm not going to force you to tell them, but I really think you ought to. I'll think about it, okay? Can we go now? Aether stepped aside, glowering at Ink as he slid past her. Whoa. A broken, dried-up fountain acted as the room's centerpiece. The fixture was flanked by a pair of rectangular tables. Pitchers of water, along with a few empty glasses, sat atop each. Ray was at the far end of the room, pacing back and forth. Ink made his way over to him. Have you had a look around yet?
Briefly. There's a puzzle on the monitor, and everything's locked, obviously. If we exclude the door we came through, there are a total of 5 other doors in here. 4 colored ones, and the big iron one at the far end.
I think Sent was supposed to give us a rundown of this room's purpose. At least, until Ink and I scared him off with our little trick. He's pretty temperamental, that one.
He did say something about having to figure out this room on our own. I wouldn't worry about it.
Do you know something we don't, Ray?
It's pretty easy to figure out how this place works. Just have a look at that huge door back there. Ink gave the door a quick shake, or tried to at least. It didn't so much as creak as he yanked on it. Yeah, it's as heavy as it looks. Even if it were unlocked, I imagine I'd have trouble getting it open. So this is... It's our ticket out of here, that's what. This is the exit. If we can get through here, we're free. Well, it does say exit in big red letters up there. I can't believe that we've reached the end already. I didn't say that we were finished. This may be the exit, but it won't be opening right away.
Is that because of this game's name?
Yeah, that's what I figured at least. Oh yeah, exit corners. 4 colored doors, one in every corner.
And the big door has 4 little machine thingies near it. It looks as though they have slots where you could insert something.
Huh, how cute. I've got a hunch we're going to need to visit every corner of the hotel before we can open the exit. I've been trying to make sense of the name for a while, and this is the best explanation I've been able to come up with. Just like some kind of video game, huh? I guess so, if that's how you want to look at it. Anyway, our biggest problem right now is that neither the exit nor any of the 4 doors in the corners seem to want to open. The puzzle seems like an obvious next step.
Beth and Lisa haven't returned yet.
Meh, we'll be fine without them. You ready, Ink? Ready as I'll ever be. Let's figure this thing out. Turn one eye into infinite. Alright, so doop. Those don't connect. These connect. These connect. Okay, so those connect. These connect. Move all of this over. Okay. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. Wait. Isn't that how it was originally? Dang it. Well, it's almost an infinity symbol.
So the puzzle started out as an eye, and now we need to turn it into infinity eyes? How's that supposed to work? Or how's what supposed to work?
Infinity eyes? Infinite eyes? It's not exactly something I can picture in my mind's eye.
Do you think we're misinterpreting the clue?
I'd bet money on it.
So here's an idea. What if it's not infinite eyes?
What would it be then?
Now, you probably already know this, Mr. English student, but infinite isn't just an adjective.
It's also a noun. So maybe Sent was never asking us for infinite eyes after all, just the infinite.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. It's a little embarrassing that we didn't think of that in the first place.
Oh, there it goes. I'm dumb. Something the matter, Aether?
Sent sees the exit.
Pardon me?
That phrase just sort of popped into my head all of a sudden. Do you think it might be relevant to the puzzle? Why would a phrase that just popped into your head be relevant to the puzzle? I don't know. I thought it might be. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. I don't, even know why I thought of that phrase, really. I could hazard a guess. This is the exit, and Scent set up this puzzle, which started as a giant eye. Scent, eye, sees, exit. Still, it's a funny thing to say out of the blue. Yeah, let's just go back to our other approach. I suppose it would have been simpler to just make a giant circle first, and then fill in this bit. So, Ink, how do one go about displaying the infinite? An infinity symbol? Have we tried that yet? No, not yet. Well, why don't we give it a shot?
I'm getting real sick of these puzzles, man.
I hear ya. They're getting pretty challenging.
That's not even the problem. They don't make any damn sense. Scent wants us to interpret these clues in very specific ways. If we can't see a puzzle the way he does, we're screwed.
Well, until now, there's always been at least one contestant who could figure the puzzle out. Maybe Scent designed the game in such a way that maybe only one or two of us could understand any given clue.
Maybe. But you know what? Fuck that. We don't have to play the game the way he wants us to.
What do you mean by that?
Ignore the clue. Just look at the pieces and figure out what shape it makes.
Well, I suppose you could do that in theory. Look at the pieces and figure out what shape it makes. Isn't that always the goal?
This puzzle is different.
How so?
Some of the other puzzles have dealt with very generic shapes. Squares, triangles, quarter circles. It makes the solution difficult to guess, so you're at the mercy of the clue. But these pieces are more specific, more complicated. There are fewer things you could make with this. Hell, I bet you could only make 2 images out of these pieces total, one of them being the eye shape we saw at the start.
So it's as if we had the pieces to a jigsaw puzzle, but we were missing the cover for the box. We don't know what the final image is, but there's only one possible way that the pieces fit together.
Exactly. Let's see if we can figure out what shape these pieces make. The shapes are specific enough that I'm pretty sure it'll be easier to figure out which one to go together.
Eureka moment?
Sorta. I think the green pieces make a circle.
I hate to break it to you, Ray, but all the pieces are green.
Light green. I meant the light green pieces. I think we're trying to assemble a circle with some other shape in the middle. If you use the light green pieces to form the edge of the circle, guessing the shape shouldn't be too hard.
Gotcha. I'll try making a circle then.
It looks like we're trying to assemble a circle with some other shape in the middle.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Check solution. Done.
Another lame one.
Let's just be thankful that we solved it. Are any of the doors unlocked now? I don't think I heard anything.
Dunno. Let's check.
Let's try the red one. No dice. The red door is still locked. Any luck with the others? The green door won't open either.
Blue door and black door are locked.
And the exit is obviously still closed.
So the puzzle didn't do shit.
We probably missed something. Let's... Ah! What? What is it? Look, the screen changed. Please tell me that isn't what I think it is. It's a timer. Counting down until the 4 elements collapses. There's nothing else it could be. Actually, I'll get back in 14 hours and 29 minutes. Well, never mind. It just gave me a shrug. How the hell is our time almost halfway up?
There's still plenty of time. That's 14 hours, man.
That doesn't make any sense. I asked my contact how much time had elapsed, and he told me that only 2 hours had passed. And that couldn't have been more than an hour ago. That's because I've been counting down since the moment the first contestant woke up, Mr. Greer.
Ink watched as the display changed back, the blood-red numbers fading away to reveal the shape underneath. You don't mind if I call you Mr. Greer, do you? What do you want? I'm just here to say hello. Hello. Open the doors right now, asshole. Such vulgarity. You know, Ray, you're turning out to be my least favorite contestant. If this continues, I don't give a shit what you think. Open the doors. All in good time. First, let me have a word with Mr. Greer. I'll have you note that if you interrupt me again, I will not unlock any of the doors. Ever. Part of me would be content with watching you waste away in this chamber for another 14 hours. Excellent. Now, my dear Mr. Greer, how are you holding up? I've been better. But I'm sure you've been worse. I'm afraid I owe you an apology. What? Yes, well, the way I yelled at you a few moments ago was hardly becoming of a gracious host, and so I am very, very sorry. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. And so the great twist is revealed. Scent is Canadian. How about this? I'll forgive you if you let the 5 of us go right now. Now, Mr. Greer, you know I can't do that. I can, however, offer you a choice. A choice? Yes, as a reward for being such a clever little shrew. You see, Ray was correct in guessing how this game will progress. There are indeed 4 keys that must be collected in order to open the exit, each tucked away behind one of the colored doors. Originally, I had planned on having you traverse them in a set order. That order will remain a secret. However, as a special treat, I will give you the option to choose which door you'd like to enter first. Your options are the green door and the red door. Note that you will still need to enter the other doors eventually. I don't suppose you'd like to tell me what's behind either door? Now, where would the fun in that be? If I don't know what's waiting for me, and if we need to complete both routes anyway, then my decision is pretty much meaningless. You don't say. Very well, how about a hint then? A fun little hint for a fun little boy. If you're the type of person that treasures the past, then you should proceed through the green door. However, if you are the type of person that relishes the present, then you should proceed through the red door. That isn't much of a clue. Not happy with that one, are you? Let's see if I can't think of another. The green door is the door I want you to pick. Do you seriously think I'm going to fall for that? Fall for what? Please, enlighten me. He's trying to trick me, right? Using reverse psychology. Or is that what he's expecting me to think? Gah, fuck this. So, have you made up your mind? Do I need to decide right this second? Not at all. Please take as long as you'd like. Simply call my name 3 times once you've made up your mind. I eagerly await your decision. Why is he letting me choose? I don't like this at all. So, thoughts?
About the doors? Are you looking for input?
Yeah. Do either of you have any idea which door is the right one? There is no right one. We have to do them all eventually, so I doubt it even matters. I don't care which one you choose, so long as you don't take too long deciding. I'm gonna get myself a glass of water. I'm parched.
He acts so strangely sometimes.
Aether spoke very softly. Ink could scarcely hear her. Well, yeah. What's with giving me this choice anyway? I feel like he's trying to trick me somehow.
I meant Ray, not Scent.
Ray? What's so strange about him?
I just find it odd how he never seems to get upset over this sort of thing.
Where have you been for the last few hours? No offense to Ray, but he yells at someone at least once every 10 minutes.
That's just it, though. He only ever seems to get mad at people. I mean, he didn't even flinch when he saw that almost half of our time had elapsed. And Scent. Ray never got angry at him until we figured out that he was watching us in real time. He used to carefully listen to his messages, but now he goes ballistic every time Scent shows his face.
That's because yelling at an inanimate object is a waste of breath. Come on, Aether. You're smarter than that. Nick was surprised that Ray had been able to hear Aether from so far away. Flustered, the young woman folded under Ray's stare.
It was just an observation. I'm sorry. I probably should have kept my mouth shut.
A few months of schooling doesn't make you fast.
I know. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. There's this part of me that wants to, figure people out.
Figure people out? Are you being serious right now?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. She's curious, that's all.
It's not the curiosity that bothers me. It's the assumption that people can be figured out at all. You love this thing, don't you? You love this kind of thing, don't you, Aether? You love analyzing people. You love making correlations between someone's behavior and what movies they watched as a kid. That's why you chose psych as your major, isn't it?
It interests me, that's all. I want to learn to understand people.
Thought so. In that case, allow me to offer you a little piece of advice. Give up.
Give up?
What you're trying to learn is impossible. If you think your psych course is actually going to help you understand how other people think, you're going to be disappointed. You ought to drop out and do something useful with your life while you have a chance.
Hey, who are you to tell other people how to live their lives?
I'm just trying to help her out, man.
It's okay, Ink. And Ray, I'm sorry you feel that way.
You know I'm right about all this. Go learn some practical skills and join the workforce.
Don't listen to him, Aether. I think it's great that you're studying psych. It's a super cool field. Ray doesn't know the first thing about your program or how useful it is.
That'd be where you're wrong.
Am I? Unless you took psych courses at Bellbridge, you don't have any place to talk.
Fun fact, when I was at Bellbridge U, I was taking a 220% workload. I was aiming to minor in psych, and maybe a few other things, on top of my computer science major.
220% workload? This guy? There's no way. You were taking psych classes at Bellbridge? Why?
For the same reasons you are. I wanted to know how people worked. See, when it comes to computers, behavior is easy to predict. If you delve down deep enough, everything is just binary. On or off. Yes or no. It doesn't get any simpler than that. I enjoy programming because when I give a computer instructions, my commands are followed to the byte. It doesn't stop at computers either. Everything in the universe abides by a simple set of rules if you delve deep enough. You just need to keep breaking things down until it's easy enough to understand. Even something as volatile, formless, and destructive as fire can be controlled if you know how it behaves. But people don't work like that.
That's right. You can't just break the human consciousness down into ones and zeros. There's something more than that.
Yeah, and I thought that I'd be able to learn more about it by taking some psych courses. But I couldn't. Nobody can. People aren't things that can be solved. Trying to learn how they think is a crapshoot. In all my time at the university, the only thing I've learned is that it's impossible to truly understand anyone. No matter how much you think you know someone, you don't.
Cynical as it is, I think I'd have to agree with him. I don't think that's right. Sure, it may be impossible to perfectly understand how someone thinks, but I think that's what makes psychology so important. You can always understand someone better, you know?
You're a pretty interesting girl, Aether. It's a shame that you're going to learn about people the hard way.
Lisa and Beth had finally returned from the neighboring room. They brought with them some relief. Not only did they interrupt a conversation that Ink was eager to cut short, but it appeared that Lisa had recovered from whatever had been ailing her. Lisa, are you all right? Yeah, good as new, or whatever. Her bleeding and coughing had slowed down a bit by the time I examined her. Whatever it was, it eventually stopped on its own. You weren't able to identify what it was? I'm afraid not. I pray it was just a one-time affair, but given how strange today has been, who knows what it could be? In any case, I'm going to be keeping an eye on her. Good call. Lisa, you let Beth know if you start to feel sick again. I don't need to be babysat, okay?
The Gemini's telltale tone rang through the air.
Oh, that's Sean. Hey, Aether? Yes? Could you fill Beth and Lisa in on what they missed while I messaged Sean? Sure. I guess now would be a good time to take a small break. I'd appreciate that. That heated room earlier certainly took its toll on me.
Alright, Sean. Tell me you found something useful. And, conveniently enough, there are actual chairs in this room. Inkaroni, you still alive? Please don't call me that. How are things coming along? I finally managed to break into your room. Had to open your window from the outside. I had a look around. And? Anything useful? As a matter of fact, yeah. Say, Ink, you're a pretty tidy guy, right? I'd say so. Why? There's a bit of a mess in here. Your bedsheets are sprawled everywhere, and there are a few things that have been knocked over between your room and the front door. Whoever it was entered and left through the front door. What's weird, though, is that there are no signs of forced entry. Wow, look at Mr. Detective over here. Hey, you're the one who asked me to investigate. Don't be such a butt. I guess I was abducted while I was sleeping. That's probably why I can't remember anything. I guess so. They also must have had the key to your place. You don't have any spares floating around, do you? Not that I know of. I don't know what to tell you then. There doesn't seem to have been anything that was left behind. Sorry. It's fine. I don't know what I was even expecting. Is there anything else you need me to look into? I don't know. There isn't anything to go off of. I'm out of ideas. Well, I can sit tight for a while and look around your room some more. Text me when you think of something. Yeah, whatever. I'll go with that. Anyway, TTYL. Ciao. Ink sighed. Thankful as he was that Sean was trying to help, he knew that his friend could not truly aid him. He looked about the room. Aside from Ray, the other contestants appeared to have taken a page from Ink's book and were busy messaging their contacts. While he still didn't know what their contact's purpose was, Ink was at least glad to see that they could provide a temporary distraction for some of the contestants. Aether didn't seem quite so thrilled. Her hand hovered over the device, but she refrained from actually typing anything. I should probably ask her if she's alright. Ink was stopped once again by the high-pitched sound of his Gemini. Wait. Hold one more thing. How are the other contestants holding up? What are their contacts doing? I don't know. I haven't really talked to them about it. The one girl's dad is apparently pretty rich, so he's probably shelling out all kinds of money to look for her. Hopefully that leads somewhere. Is that Aether? No, this is another girl named Lisa. Ah, that's a relief. Just making sure that Aether isn't loaded. All the rich girls I've dated were super clingy. Do not want. Why are you so obsessed with Aether? This is a rare opportunity, Ink. A rare opportunity? For what? I see you hooking up with a different girl every other week. Yeah, but I've never saved a girl's life before. Just think about how grateful she'd be. Don't be a creep. Bye. Would it kill him to act serious when my life is in danger? Jeez. Ink stretched his arms wide apart and let out a strained yawn. Exhausted, he saw no wrong in sitting down for a few minutes to regain some strength. Beth and Ray sat on one side of the room. Lisa and Aether were seated at the other end. Who should I sit with? Beth and Ray. Beth and Ray, I guess. I'm not really in the mood to listen to Lisa complain. Beth and Ray were perched at the far end of the table. The two were silent. Beth was preoccupied with her Gemini, while Ray appeared to be deep in thought. Hey, how are you guys holding up?
I had hoped we were nearing the exit, but it looks like we've only begun.
If it makes you feel any better, we are close to the exit, technically. Just can't go through it yet.
How much of this game do we have left, I wonder? I hope it draws to a close before too long. I'm already exhausted.
If we continue clearing rooms as quickly as we have been, we ought to have more than enough time to get out safely. Exit corners can't be that long. Ray's attempt at reassurance was weak, but it was something. He slumped in his chair and closed his eyes. Silence reigned for a time, interrupted only by occasional sighs from Beth as she tended to her Gemini. Ink knew that they couldn't sit like this forever, but didn't want to be the one to interrupt a rare opportunity to rest. Hey, old lady.
What is it?
You look like you're going to keel over any minute now. Have some water or something.
There's no way to be certain that the water is safe. That water is safe to drink. Scent may have put any number of poisons in it. He's trying to kill us, in case you've forgotten.
I've been sipping on some for a while, and I'm fine.
A foolish decision.
Ray looked at Beth right in the eyes, then downed the rest of his glass in a single gulp. I'm not taking care of you when you collapse from exhaustion.
That's quite all right, dear. And if you collapse from drinking poisoned water, I hope you'll come to respect this old RN's judgment.
Ray rose from the table instantly, his teeth bared. RN? You don't mean... Registered nurse? Registered... Oh. Man, I need a fucking nap.
Oh, that's right. You weren't with us. That's a nurse, which is why she had a look at Lisa earlier. What do you think RN stood for?
Ray Nandon.
His initials?
Beth sighed, then rose from her seat.
I've finished speaking with Earl for the time being. If everyone else is ready, I think it would be best if we resumed exit corners. Have you made up your mind about which door we'll be entering first?
In truth, Ink had not, but Beth was right about returning to the game.
Yeah. Hold on a moment.
Ink's fatigue returned to him the moment he stood up. He wanted nothing more than to sit back down, but he managed to shamble to the monitor instead.
Alright, so... Come on out, Scent. I've made my decision. You're supposed to say his name 3 times. Have you already forgotten? You were supposed to say my name thrice. Or have you forgotten? Oh, give me a break. I'll let it slide this time. So, my wonderful Ink, which door would you prefer? Okay, I've got to try to remember what he said. If I treasure the past, I should pick the green door. But if I treasure the present, I should pick the red door. And according to him, the green door is the one he wants me to pick. My decision is the red door, because... whatever. All that matters is that we get through right now. Ink refuse. Alright then.